Hi and welcome to the Market Alert for Monday the 20th of February 2023. So on Friday, crypto rips, bonds and stocks dip as hawkish sentiment soars. Good macro news is bad market news. Well, we said that for a long time, but it doesn't stop the market moving higher overnight. Stocks and bonds short covered into long weekend, and that long weekend is this today. That's the only news that we've got, and that news is that the US is a holiday today. It's President's Day today, if I recall. So President's Day today. So again, as it says there, low liquidity and irregular volatility and irregular hours as well. So it's the electronic session today for the Dow and the S&P, etc. Okay, let's have a look at Friday's market activity, see how the market reacted to all of the news and what it did. So starting off with the Dow, again you can see that the market obviously moved lower, then recovered and moved back up. As I said before, going into a weekend, the market doesn't like to sell off. If it can help it, it would rather go up. They don't like to get indigestion over the weekends, and there you can see the market trading up sharply during Friday. It took a moment or two. It was the last part of the session there where you can see the most points were put on. Prior to this, the market was stuck in that sideways move there. So once again, overnight, prices have moved up, down a bit at the moment, sitting at the 20 bar moving average in the 30-minute chart there. So with the high, obviously, is the target for the markets, and the low is a long way off from Friday. So the key here will be to keep the market above the 50 and the DP if there is any weakness in Europe that drags down the Dow on the electronic session there. In the German DAX, same picture, market down to the 78.89, from there drawn back to there, and managing to get back and close above the 5 bar moving average also. Heading back up at the moment, 78 and 89 on the upside there. In the 30-minute chart, you can see that downward move there that happened first thing. Then the market moved up, and then following the Dow all the way throughout the afternoon. So a sell-off initially, and then continuing to move to the upside. And already through Friday's high at the moment for the German DAX. So once again showing that strength. Also, the FTSE doing the same as well, which we'll look at in just a moment. 5-minute chart overnight, you can see their prices sitting above the high, and once it got through the high, see even it drove through the high on the quiet trading there, and is managing to hold there at the moment and move to the upside. Just go back to the daily chart again. You can see we're through the high of Friday. And like I say, those 78, 89 and the 89 from here. And then you've got the two highs there as well, which would offer some sort of resistance. So keep an eye on those numbers if the market does move to the upside. Back to the 5 minutes, just have a quick look at Friday's activity. You can see that we sold off, managed to catch the down move on Friday. Didn't catch the move back though, as I had other things to do. And there you can see in the afternoon also we're just moving and staying on the upside throughout the session. And in all of the time frames, including the 30, you can see how strong the move was. No chance of the market closing below the 5 bar moving average once that momentum had shifted to the upside there. Trades for the week, 62853, profit factor of 2.67, and we just had sort of 58-42 win-loss ratio there. So another good week, and we'll see what happens today. You should imagine it's going to be more or less a bit of a one-way bet, unless there's something of a geopolitical black swan event that comes out, as that tends to be the case. That is the pattern. No one around in the US to sell into the market, and if Europe's strong, then that's sort of dictates the direction. In the S&P, you see we've got demand for Friday there, not as strong as the Dow or the DAX, but trying to make its way back above that 20 bar moving average. In the 30-minute chart, you can see how sideways it was, and then the market moving up. and at the moment just below the high of Friday there. In the FTSE 100, as I mentioned, still very strong, up again on Friday, up on the overnight, already taking the high out and heading for the all-time high of 84.5. You look at the intraday on the 30-minute, again you've got the shakeout back to the 200 MA and also the S1. The market came back fast and then it just stayed in that direction. A few more red bars than in the DAX, but nonetheless still trending to the upside and currently above Friday's high there. In the implied volatility, we can see we're at 1536, up slightly from the 1513 on Thursday, which is no surprise because we had the shakeout initially in the morning. This obviously isn't going to be updated today as the markets will be closed. So again, if we get a big move to the upside today in the electronic Dow, then this will play catch up on Wednesday. In the currencies, they've been sideways for a few days. For the GBP, JPY, you can see that we're in that range. However, that range is quite a decent range going back, 100-point range. Not so much on Friday as they wound down for the weekend holiday. And back to the DP overnight and trying to get back to the high there. In the pound, back at the 200 MA, no surprise there, finding a bit of support. We had a bit of demand coming in to this level. Market is going to try and attempt to move back to the upside. Currently at the 38% retracement there. Other targets listed above there in the 120 to the 122 range. And in the US dollar, you can see this has got a bit of weakness. Friday it sold off, and overnight we still got a bit more weakness there. This has helped the metals, so let's have a look at those. In silver, you can see them buying back in there just above the 200 MA. They took out the low on Friday, like I said they would. If you go to the intraday charts, you can see there they took out that low, and then they managed to bring the market back above 2150, and we've just gone through, or just a touch through the high from Friday, and at the moment sitting on the closer and above the 20 bar moving average. Like I say, it's subject to the electronic market, so we could see this market now have a bit of a recovery. Now we've got the rate rise out of the way and a move back to the upside. These would be the main swing target areas. Again, from 22.50 all the way through to 24.62 if they allow the market to go through that 24 again. In the gold market, also finding support at 78% retracement, oversold, and we need to get back above the 50 bar moving average. But the target price is to the upside range from 1872 up to 1944 for the gold market. And a quick look intraday. Again, we had that bit of a sell-off there, but we saw the buying coming into the market, and then the retracement, one or two, and then moving up, and also gold just above the high of Friday there at the moment. Okay, that's it for this one. Like I say, it's President's Day today. That will send the market, or the Dow and the S&P, onto the electronic. That tends to see the market move to the upside. May see some weakness initially, but that's generally the direction because nobody wants to sell into the market during the US being on hold. That's generally the pattern. Okay, that's it for this one. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next.